Okay, here's just a little bit about the XM radio system that we have in the Aero now. Okay, as you can see, it's mounted in the dash like that. And if you look up on top, you'll see that this is the GPS antenna. Now it's just stuck on there. You could actually locate that and move that down a little bit more if you wanted. And this here is the XM antenna. This one's actually got a little bit of adhesive, so it shouldn't roll around. So those are the two antennas. Down here, if you look, you'll see we've got GPS 2 right there is our new circuit breaker instead of the ADF. It used to be the ADF. Okay, so how to use this thing? Well, if you just power it on, this is the power on button right here. Okay, it comes on. It'll take about 10 minutes to download the weather. So by the time you've done your run up and gotten your frequencies and all that, you usually start pulling down the local weather information. Now you'll see it's currently set navigation-wise with a direct to Houston. I actually entered that on the 430, so you don't have to really worry about the navigation features on the 396 because it's just going to cross-fill over here from the 430. So just use the 430 like you normally would, and you'll get a nice little ETA and distance to your next waypoint over here on the 396. But the nice thing is the weather, of course. So how to use that? Well, if you just hit the quit button up here, right there, you can cycle through most of the main menus. Okay, now it's got a lot of features in here I won't go over. I'm just going to talk about the weather features. Okay, so if you don't know where you are in the menu system, just keep hitting quit until you get to the nice little navigational weather page here. If there's not any weather currently where you are, just continue to zoom out and you'll eventually see some, because it's almost always raining somewhere in North America. So here I've zoomed out. Now I'm going to zoom in and just show you a couple of things you can do. There's little flags down here next to your destination airport, and they represent METARs. So if you pull up the little flag right here, I think green means marginal VFR. So if it's green without even having to read the METAR here, which says, you know, broken 2000, overcast 2500, you'll see that it's actually VFR. Now, if you want to pull up more weather information, whenever you've got the little map pointer, and I'm moving the map pointer by scrolling around on the pad here, just point it to the little flag here that you've got. You can hit enter, and after you hit enter, you can pull up even more information. So if you've forgotten how to decode the METARs, not that any of us would, you can get the full decoding right here. You can go for the terminal forecast, fully decoded here, the week forecast, and then there's other information about the airport and all this. Now, whether or not this is up to date is going to be dependent upon the last time that we updated the nav database. And I actually did that here in April. So as of April 2011, our nav database is updated. But you know, we'll worry about the 430 for that, so we don't have to buy a new one each month. So anyway, what else do you got here? Well, besides weather, you can also use this thing to show you where the TFRs are. So there's almost always a TFR up near Dallas, near Cowboy Stadium. So I'll just move the map pointer up here to Dallas, and notice I don't have to change the nav thing. I'm just zooming in on what looks like a TFR. TFRs are the red rings. So you'll recognize the blue ring of the airspace here, but the red ring is going to be the TFR. So I can zoom in even more, and notice the really good resolution on this thing. Okay, so this is the TFR here. So if I zoom in on that, it'll even highlight it, and it says, hey, the TFR's 1,500 feet AGL to the surface. Now this is downlinked via XM. Okay, this doesn't have anything to do with the nav database. So it'll dynamically throw up any TFRs when you're flying. So even if the weather's good, watch out for the big red circles. And let's see if there's anything else I can show you about weather. Well, I think everyone knows how to read, NEXRAD. You've got green is not very much moisture, yellow is more, and then red is even more. And this thing will update. The NEXRAD updates about once every 6 minutes, and sometimes the METARs and terminal forecasts only update about once an hour, up towards the top of the hour. Okay, but it cycles through every 10 minutes, so you don't have to wait for an hour before you get any METARs. After about 10 minutes after you first power on, you'll get your METAR information. So again, if you don't know what you're doing, just keep hitting the quit menu here, and you'll eventually get back to something you recognize, and then you can just use the in and out keys to magnify. And of course there's other ways you can set up the map and the clutter and all that. I won't get into that. I'll leave that manual in the cabinet for us to look at, but I think I've shown you just about everything else here. So out here at Georgetown right now, it's actually a little bit misty and very, very deep overcast, but not enough that's really showing up. It looks like just south of Georgetown we've got some action there, down more towards Austin, if you can see what I'm pointing at. But that's enough on that. When you turn the master switch off, the 396 will power off by itself automatically, unless within 30 seconds, unless you hit a key. So back here at the hangar, which is where I am right now after I taxied you back from the shop, I just hit a key to keep it from powering off, and it's not running on ship's battery. It's got a built-in rechargeable battery that'll last about 3 hours at maximum brightness like this. So that's how it's running, but the master switch, as you can see, is off and all that good stuff. So to turn it off, which you'd only have to do if you kept it on after you turn the master switch off, just press the little power button. And I hope you've enjoyed my brief tutorial, and hopefully I kept the camera steady for us. So talk to you later. Bye.